Hi, my name is Danielle Trombley, and I'm an athletic trainer here at Northwestern Medical Center in the Rehabilitation Department, and I am also a certified ergonomic specialist.
My name is Lori Deering. I'm a physical therapist here at Northwestern Medical Center, and I am also a certified ergonomic specialist.
We thought we'd bring you a video today on some home tips for your work at home office setup. We know a lot of your kids are at home as well doing remote learning, so we thought we'd go over a couple tips on how to best set yourself up ergonomically to avoid any extra aches and pains and strains that may occur from setting yourself up to work at home at like your dining room table. So the first thing that I wanted to go over was the power zone. So most of the time when we meet with clients, we like to let them know that the power zone is when your arms are by your side and your elbows at a 90-degree angle. So as you can see with Lori sitting here, her chair is too low or her table is too high. Most dining room tables will be at a higher level than your chair, so you're going to want to adjust your chair height since it would be harder to adjust your table. So the first tip that I'm going to say is that I would grab something, so either a hard book, a piece of wood, or a box or something that will rise you up. And then you can pad it with either a pillow or a blanket or a towel to make it a softer surface. By doing this, you're rising yourself up. Now what you want to make sure that you're paying attention to is that your legs are still able to slide under the table and your thighs aren't hitting. So now that Lori's up at this height, her elbows are able to stay by her side and she's actually a little above a 90-degree. So something where your elbows are 90-degree. And then, so she would be down just a little bit lower. And then what you have to look at once you've gotten yourself adjusted so that your arms are by your side and your elbows are bent at 90 degrees is the height of your surface that your feet are on. So being on the floor right now, her feet are dangling. So what we would have to do is, again, find something that is a firm surface to set your feet on. So a book, a block of wood, put that under, because what you want to do is make sure that you have a nice 90-degree or a little bit slanted down. So you want it to kind of be like a waterfall a little bit, so you're falling down at the hips. So with that position, and we put this block under here, Lori's able to have a good hip position, which is going to take strain off of her low back. So now we've eliminated strain on the low back, on the neck, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. So the next thing that we would want you to look at is your setup. Now, a lot of people are working at home with a laptop. If you are working at home with a laptop, we suggest that you get either a wireless or just a keyboard and mouse that you don't have to then use the one on the laptop. So when you look at this setup, you're going to want your keyboard to the edge of your work surface so that your wrists are not touching down and putting pressure on the edge of your dining table, and then your mouse to be right next to it. If you do not have the capability of having the keyboard, we'll go over what that would look like. But if you do, you're going to put that down first, and then you would rise your laptop up on something. Again, a book, piece of wood, anything like that. And what you want to do is you want to get it so that it is, when you gaze straight forward, you're looking at the top search bar on your computer. So Lori would need a couple more risers to get this up to the height where she's looking straight out and her gaze falls on that search bar. Now, if you don't have the capability of having a separate keyboard or mouse, then you're going to just have to leave your laptop on your work surface, and you kind of want to meet in the middle with this. So you want it close enough where you are able to type without straining and reaching forward, but you also don't want it too close where you're straining looking down at it. So as you can see, Lori tilted her screen back just a little bit so that she isn't so straight up front, bending forward to look at that screen. And then lastly, we just would suggest, if you are setting up in your dining room, if you have a window, you would want to pay attention to make sure the light's not behind you, shining in on your screen. We suggest that you be at a 90-degree angle from the window so that you're not squinting looking out at it and you're not squinting looking at your screen when the glare is coming in. We hope these quick tips help you set up your workstation at home